Today's MTG box analysis will be for the February 26th opening of a collector booster box of the Brothers War. In today's MTG box analysis, we're going to review the Brothers War set distribution and the card eligibility. Then we'll compare the cards that we saw in this box to the cards we were eligible to pull. Then we'll review set coverage, coverage by rarity, and from a value perspective, we'll take a look at the value of the main set plus the 3 subsets. And then we'll close things out with a summary of the value that we saw in this box. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box, plus at least 80 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. The Brothers War set contains a total of 377 cards. In collector booster boxes, we can only see borderless and extended art in non-foil. In foil, we can see all the cards from the main set, plus the borderless and extended art. The only cards we can't see are the non-full art basic lands and the non-extended art jumpstart rares. Moving into the subsets, the Retro Frame Artifact subset contains a total of 63 named cards. These cards are available in 3 different variants: Retro Frame, Schematic, and Serial Numbered. The Retro Frame and Schematic are available in foil and non-foil, but the Serial Numbered are only available in foil, and technically they're only available in double rainbow foil. Because the 63 serialized cards are numbered 1 through 500, there's a total of 31,500 different serialized cards out there. In the Commander subset, there's a total of 209 cards. Of these, we can see 27 extended art variants in non-foil, and 11 of those same extended art cards are also available in foil. Finally, there's the Universes Beyond Transformer subset. In total, there's 29 robots available. 15 are available in regular frame, and 14 are available in a different frame called Shattered Glass. In collector booster packs, we can see every single one of the cards in both foil and non-foil. Now that we know what we were eligible to see, let's take a look at what we actually saw. This chart shows the non-foils that we saw in green, the foils we saw in orange, and the set in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we were only eligible to see the borderless and extended art cards. In these 12 packs, we ended up seeing 1 borderless and 14 extended art. In the foil space, we saw a variance of 5 cards between the primary colors of Magic, with white having 8 cards and black and green each having 13. We also saw 4 extended art cards in foil. And in the subsets, we saw 19% of the retro frame and schematics in non-foil, and 16% of the retro frame and 14% of the schematics in foil. In the Commander subset, we saw 9 of the 27 non-foil extended art cards for 33% coverage, and a single foil extended art card for 9% coverage. In the Universes Beyond Transformer subset, we saw 10 of the 29 cards in non-foil for 34% coverage, and in foil, we saw 2 of the 29 cards for 7% coverage. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in the main set, we saw 13 of the 64 rares we were eligible to see for 20% coverage. We also saw 2 of the non-foil mythics for 10% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 48% of the commons, 30% of the uncommons. We also saw 15 rares for 12% coverage, and a single mythic for 2% coverage. In total, this box contained 28 rares and 3 mythics from the main set. In the Retro Artifact subset, we saw 33% of the uncommons in non-foil. We also saw 10 rares for 17% coverage and 2 mythics for 7% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 22% of the uncommons, 6% of the rares with 5, and 4% of the mythics with 2. In total, we saw 15 rares and 4 mythics from this subset. From the Commander subset, we saw 8 of the 21 rares for 38% coverage in the non-foil space. We also saw a single mythic, which was enough for 17% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 1 mythic, again for 17% coverage. Because all of the Transformers are mythics, I've broken down their coverage by treatment rather than rarity. In the non-foil standard frame, we saw 7 of the 15 for 47% coverage. In the foil standard frame, we saw 2 of the 15 for 13% coverage. And in Shattered Glass, we saw 3 of the 14 cards in non-foil for 21% coverage. In total, we saw 51 rares and 9 mythics from the main set, Retro Artifacts, and the Commander subsets. And if you add in the 12 Transformers, the total for this box moves up to 51 rares and 21 mythics. Before we take a look at the value that we saw in this box, let's baseline with a look at the market prices for the cards in the Brothers War main set and subsets. This chart shows all 362 cards in the main set, and the values you are looking at are based upon market prices from February 25th, 2023. Currently, the set features 13 cards valued over $10. The cards to look for are Myrel, Shield of Argive, Gix, Yawgmoth Praetor, Awaken the Woods, Titania, Voice of Gaia, Mishra, Claimed by Gix, Urza, Lord Protector, the Cityscape Leveler, and the Portal to Phyrexia. 5 of these cards are also available in extended art, with the Portal to Phyrexia being the most valuable. The set also features 11 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 43 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 295 cards are valued less than $1. If you were to add up the value of all 362 cards from the main set, you'd be looking at a market value of $459.15. And here's a look at the value from the 3 subsets. Currently, 8 of the cards from the subsets are valued over $10. 5 of these come from the Retro Artifact series and include the Mox Amber and Wormcoil engine in both retro frame and schematic, plus the Mystic Forge in schematic. And from the Transformer series, the big hitters are the Silencer, Hired Muscle, Megatron, and Optimus Prime. The subsets also feature 16 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 48 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 110 cards are valued less than $1. If you were to add up the value of all 126 retro artifacts, not including any serialized cards, you'd be looking at a market value of $255.93. The 27 extended art commander cards currently have a value of $29.47. And the 29 Universes Beyond Transformer cards have a market value of $137.79. This means that the 544 cards from the main set and these 3 subsets have a total market value of $882.34. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box through a Patreon agreement at release time for $204.67. As I mentioned during the opening, the current market price for these boxes is right around $209. Today's Brothers War Collector Booster Box contained 12 packs with 15 cards each, allowing us to see 180 cards. The 10 Commander cards currently have a market value of $8.95, with the Ashnod the Uncaring being the most valuable at $3.90. The 12 Transformers in the box have a market value of $37.66, and the Shattered Glass Megatron Tyrant was the most valuable at $15.80. In the Retro Artifact subset, we saw 43 total cards with a market value of $49.50. The most valuable card that we saw was the Aetherflux Reservoir in schematic at $8.77. From the main Brothers War set, the 12 tokens that we saw have a value of $3.18, with the Power Stone Forest Dryad being the most valuable at $1.27. Our 12 full art basic lands are currently valued at $4.68, with one of the swamps being the most valuable at 57 cents. In the non-foil space from the main set, we saw 15 cards, and we also saw the most valuable card, which was the extended art Portal to Phyrexia, which has a market value of $25.81. Finally, the box contained 100 foils from the main set, and they have a combined market value of $31.55, with the extended art Gwenna Eyes of Gaia being the most valuable at $3.68. Add it all up, and the total card value for this box is $168.29, which makes this box a loss for me of $36.38 and a return of only 82% of my purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in card value just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 14 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined market value of $94.53 and represent 56% of the total box value. If you're interested in seeing a good collector booster box of the Brothers War, check out these 2 videos and watch me pull a serialized card and a foil Shattered Glass Transformer. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do something amazing.